Okay, recording starts, so we can continue. All right. Okay, any other question before I continue? See, no one hand is up. Okay. So, um, we have all heard about coding, programming. Um, what is programming? What is coding? Giving your machines instructions to follow, right? Um, Putting some stuff together, writing some tests, writing some gibberish for the computer to understand, to perform a specific task, right? And in IT and in other any other aspect of technology, wherever you find yourself, you need to know a little bit of programming, right? Whether you are doing electrical engineering, mechanical engineering, even mid lab, you need to have an idea of what programming is about, right? We are in a world of technology, and each of us needs to at least know what programming is. So that's what we are going to focus on for this workshop. So every Wednesday we are going to gather online at 7 p.m. so that we can at least learn something some more about programming. And we are going to focus on the C++ programming languages. We have other programming languages, right? We have the Python, we have the C sharp, we have the Visual Basics, we have other programming languages. But because TTU's curriculum is based on C++ for the electrical engineering students, and we also have C, IT2 level 200, you are going to do C++, right? So we are going to focus on that for now. After C++ and we see the interests are there, we want to move ahead, we can look at the other programming languages, right? So for now, let's focus on C++ as a programming language. So look at C++ as a new language that you are going to learn. So let's say now you can speak the English, you know how to speak the tree, right? So let's take C++ as another additional language that we are going to learn, and add it to our normal English and our normal tree, because it's a programming language. Not everyone on this call can speak the language of the computer, but today we are going to look at how we can speak the language of a computer, right? So let's get started on this. So before you start programming, you need some stuffs, right? You need some things that will help you to write your code. When we take our normal document, for instance, if you want to type something, you want to write a letter to your friend, you want to send an email, you need a platform, right? You need a place where you can type whatever you want to type and send it to the person, or maybe save it as PDF or something like that, right? So in programming, before you can start writing any code, you need an environment where you can start writing your code. So with your letters, your documents, any other stuff, we have the Microsoft Word there, we have the Notepad there, we have the WPS. All these are platforms that help us in writing our documents, our letters, right? In programming, these platforms, we have a name for them. We call them integrated development environments, IDE. So anytime you hear of IDE, okay, what IDE are you using? What type of IDE do you use to code C++? You need to know that this is just like a notepad, a Microsoft Office Word that give you the opportunity to type whatever you want to type, the program that you are coding in, that the computer will understand, right? So the ID is just an environment where we can type our code, we can run it, we can test, we can compare, whatever you want to do over there. So we have popular ones. We have Genie for Python, we have VS Code for multiple programming languages, and best for HTML, CSS. When you want to develop a website, the IDE that we use is VS Code, right? We can also use VS Code for C++, the one that we are coming to do. Just that with that one, you need to do some additional setup and other stuffs, right? We have different IDEs there: Genie, VS Code, Visual C++, most of them, right? If you search online, you get most IDs. But for this course, we also have code blocks. For this specific workshop, because we are focusing on C++, we want to use an IDE that is C++ friendly, right? Beginner friendly. So even if you are new to programming, this IDE will help you like write your code in simple ways. With an IDE, another function that IDE have is auto corrections and highlighting errors for you. So when you are typing, right, and you make a mistake, when you are using a normal Microsoft Word or Notepad, all the tests are black. If they are read to, all the tests are red. So there is no way you see that, okay, I'm making an error here, so I need to pause and fix it. But with the IDE, because it has been programmed solely for programming, when you make a mistake, you will see maybe some red line and some red zigzag underline a particular part of your code, or maybe you see maybe something like a question mark, right? It is telling you that, okay, there's a mistake somewhere, you need to pause and fix it. So that's another importance of using IDEs for programming or for writing our code. So C++, we are going to use an IDE called Dev C++. Dev C++. That's the IDE that we are going to use for our C++ course. You can also use code blocks. If you have code blocks too, you can also use code blocks. Both code blocks and Dev C++, they all give the same functionality, the same features, right? Just that is by different brands. But I have Dev C++ here. I'm going to show you how you can download Dev C++, and also I will show you how you can install Dev C++. So the first thing is you need your operating system, right? You need your computer, you need an operating system installed on the computer, right? So whether you are using Windows, you are using Mac, I'm using Windows. The Mac people, sometimes your installations are complicated, but I know most of you guys are using Windows, right? So I'm going to use Windows for this demo. So we'll look at how we can download the Dev C++. I'll also show you how you can download the code blocks, right? If you prefer the code blocks, I'll also show you how you can download the code blocks. Then after that, you come to this environment and install the Dev C++. So up to this point, if you have any question, just raise up your hand. If you want any explanation, just raise up your hand so that we can explain it before we go through the demonstration of how you can get these IDEs, right? These editors that we can use for the programming. Okay, Henry is on the call. Okay, so our facilitator will be Henry, right, for Wednesday's meeting. So Henry, please check the meeting for me. If someone hand is up or something like that, just moderate the meeting for me as I share my screen for the demonstration. All right. Any hands up?
Right. So, yeah, I think Ebenezer's hand is up. Ebenezer, answer.
All right.
Yes, please.
All right.
All right, let's hear you out.
I just joined and I'm totally lost.
Oh,
All right. All right.
you shouldn't be lost.
Okay. So Ebenezer, today we
Yes,
are
sir.
going to just set up our environment, right?
Okay.
The main workshop will start on Wednesday, but today we are going to install
Okay.
the editor or the IDE that we will use for writing our code, right?
Okay.
Yeah, so that's what we are about to do. So we are going to look at how you can get these IDEs online. Right after that, we do the installation.
Okay.
All right. Any other question before I move? So I will need to reshare my screen so that I can show you the browser. Hold on a minute. Let me stop sharing. Let me share the entire screen for you guys. These people are making noise. All right. Can you all see my screen? Okay.
Yes, please.
All right. So let me hide this
Hello.
somewhere.
Hello. Okay.
Yeah.
Please let me address something really
Okay.
quick then.
All right. All right.
Okay, so the comment side, Ezekiel Dakun is posting something like, please, I don't have a laptop. So if you don't have a laptop, it's normal. Not everyone is supposed to have you. It's good you have, but it's not compulsory that you have it. These days, how technology is going, you don't have to have a laptop before you can participate in any everything. Right. So you can be able to practice the C++ that we are going to do for this workshop every Wednesday on your phone. If you are using an Android phone, we have a couple of applications for that. You can download CXX Droid or CPP Droid. We have CXS Droids, CPP Droid. We have
Henry, sorry
yes.
to cut you, but when you finish, please type the names in the chat so that others can have access to. Yeah.
Okay, okay. And it will also be posted in the group,
All
in
right.
the GDG group. So you don't have to say, oh, I don't have a laptop, so I'm not going to follow along or something. You can try it for as long as you've not gotten your own laptop, but try your best to get a laptop. You can even install the application on someone who is closer to you on that person's laptop, so that sometimes you can also try on that as well. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Henry. Okay. Are you good? Can I continue? All right. So let's first look at code blocks. If you want to get code blocks, they have their website. So any of your favorite browsers, whether Firefox, Chrome, you just open your browser and you search for code blocks, right? Search for code blocks. That's codeblocks.org. So that's their main website. You will see something like this, right? So I think this is a new interface. You see something like this, and from this side, you see we have downloads here. We have downloads available here. So you click on downloads. This will send you to a page that you can have access to the download files, right? So you have source code, binary release, and other download versions, right? So for you guys, you go with the download binary version. You click on this, then here you need to know the type of operating system that you are using. We have the Mac OS, the Linux, and the Windows operating system. So if you are using Apple's Mac OS, you need to go for the Mac OS, right? You need to download the one that supports the Mac OS by clicking on this Mac OS over here. It will send you to the OS version. But we are using Windows, right? So we need to stay here. I'm using Windows operating system, and my CPU is 64 bits, right? So I just need to be here. If you are using 32-bit machine, and I hope no one is using a 32-bit machine here, right? So you stick with the 64 version, and with this list, you can go for the first one. You can see you can download it from sourceforge.net, right? Or for me, I prefer going for this Ming W setup, right? So code blocks version 25.03. You click on sourceforge.net. It will send you to the interface where you can download this IDE, right? I think it's 400 and something megabytes. This one is what, 404 megabytes, but I'm not going to download this. I'm not going to use code blocks. I will use dev C++. So I'm going to stop this. So if you prefer code blocks, right, you want to um, maybe explore other IDEs, right, and you want to use code blocks, you can just go for code blocks by using this download instructions, right, the step-by-step download options. But we are going to use dev C++, so I'll just search for dev C++. All right, so with dev C++, we have the devcpp.com here. I want that official site. All right. So here you can see we have different versions. The latest version is the Dev C++ 5, right? I think that's a better version, something like that. I prefer the old versions. Um, okay, let me click on this. Okay, hold on. Okay, so we have Dev C++ 4 here, right? Um, Sometimes the new versions have some bugs and some difficulties, so I prefer the old one. But if you want to go with the Dev C++ 5 too, it's okay, right? You can just click on download. It will send you to the download page. I don't know why this thing keeps coming, but we can use other ways. SourceForge is a trusted source, right? So under this website, another thing that you can note through these presentations, you will come across some websites. You need to take note of them, right? If you need any software, you can go to this site and check out for them. Maybe they are even free over there, right? So it's not like we are doing demonstration, we are downloading dev c++, so your focus will only be on dev c++. Check, you see, I've visited this website. Okay, SourceForge. What does SourceForge do, right? You can download other websites, whether it's related to IT or not, whether it is an engineering software or not. You can check it out here. So we have our dev c++ here. I'll just click on download, and download need to start in a short time. I think that one is just 48 megabytes here. So with this, you don't need much data, right? That's why I prefer this over the code blocks. So with Dev C++, you don't need much data. It's just 48 megabytes, and you are good to go, right? I already have this, but 48 megabytes is nothing. So, but I need to pause it. I'm in Ghana, so I need to save data. All right. So you can download this Dev C++ if you want to follow along. You are not going to do any major practicals today, right, Henry? Henry. Okay. All right. I need to read this. Okay. So we are not going to do any major practical today. We are just going to show you the environment, right? After the installation, I'll hand over to Henry so that he can show you the environment, one or two stuff. Then we close for today. We are not going to take much time. So after download, uh, please pause. Okay. You see something like this. Where's my virtual machine? Okay. So after download, this is what you will get. This software here, Dev C++ 5.11 TDM GCC, right? And I don't know whether it will be explained today or Wednesday. In programming, we have two types of programming languages, right? We have compiler and interpreter. Maybe it will be explained more to you guys, right? There will be some more info about it when you start your programming. So we have compiler and interpreter, right? Dev C++ is a compiler. That's what I want you guys to know for now. Dev C++ is a compiler or compiling language, right? Maybe it will be explained later. We have other language that are interpreter languages. So for this one, we are going to install the Dev C++. Okay, hold on a minute. Okay, so after downloading your file, 48 megabytes, you just double click on it, or you can right click and go to open. The installation wizard will show up. So let's give you some time for the installation wizard to show. Okay, so you select your preferred language. Um, I don't know if you speak Russia, you speak French, you prefer any other language, but unfortunately, there is no tree.
Also,
Um,
Ebenezer,
Someone hands up.
yes, please.
please, do you have
Sure.
something to say or
Yeah, you are doing very well, but it seems that the stages or the steps you move very fast.
Oh, okay. You
okay?
want me to slow down, eh? Kafra?
We started with the blocks and we were following the blocks. Later on, the internet wasn't all that stable. By the time that I realized you are moving on
We are
to
doing
Dev C++,
Dev
so
C plus plus. Oh, Kafla, Kafla.
I'm lost. I'm
All
now
right.
even coming to.
Okay.
Eh,
So you said you joined late, right, Ebenezer?
yes, please.
Okay. So we have different IDEs or different editors that we can use for the programming, right? And we have code blocks. We can use code blocks or we can use Dev C plus plus. Do you get me?
Yeah, okay.
Okay. So code blocks is 404 megabytes and Dev C plus plus is just 48 megabytes, right? And
Okay.
I was saying for this demonstration, I'm going to show you guys how you can install the Dev C++, but I show you code blocks as an alternate if you prefer to explore other
For
IDEs, right?
Okay.
All right.
Hey.
Are you okay with it?
Yes, please.
All right. So code blocks was just an alternate that I wanted you guys to know about. For you to know that it's not only Dev C++ that you can use to code in C++. We have code blocks and other IDEs. All right. So we can move ahead with our installation, right?
Yes, please.
All right. Okay. So after download, you just right click on your file, you go to open, or you double click on it. You see this installation
So
wizard.
I was asking of the link to the Dev C++ so that I can download mine.
Oh, okay. You want me to share the link with you?
Yes. So that
Okay.
even
So
if you not share, at least the spellings Dev C++.
yeah, Dev. So DEV.
C++.
Yeah, dash C plus plus. Sometimes you can use CPP. It's the same as C plus plus. So both of them will work fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
all
So
right, so the link to download it will be shared here and also in the group as well. So you can check it out, or you just go to Google, search for Dev C++ download, and it's probably going to be the first link on the web page on the search results. All right.
yeah, sure.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, so let me give you guys, maybe some people are downloading. So let me give you guys some 2 minutes. Then I'll continue with the installation. If you have any question, you can
Okay.
use this opportunity to ask. But
So
yeah,
after typing Dev C++ download for my Windows, I
yeah.
have the Dev C++ official website. Then I have SourceForge as the one that you are using. So which one should I go in for?
Go for source forge for now.
Okay.
That place is easy to download, just straightforward.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So it has opened and I see the download.
Yeah.
Okay.
Make sure it is 48 megabytes. If it's more than 50 megabytes, then you are downloading something different.
Okay.
Your download has started, right? Um,
The file size is
Come again.
engineer.
Any other question as we wait for some time?
All right, dollar.
Yeah, we are doing
Uh,
screen recording, so
I
the recording will be shared with you guys. I'm just hoping the size won't be
hello,
too big. Yeah.
hello.
Nake,
I just because
someone's
of
hand is
network
up.
issues, I just joined.
Okay, dollar.
Yeah, uh, I said I just joined, so I don't know what is going on where you started. I heard about Dave C++, so I don't know what's
Okay. Okay. Nake, let me respond to you while you continue with what you.
All right. All right.
Uh, so today's workshop is about getting you guys what to do to get started with C++ program, which is going to be a weekly, every Wednesday, we are going to have an online session where you have practical hands-on how to use the C++ or how to learn or learning C++ programming. All right. So that's what we'll be doing each and every Wednesday of every week. So today we are here just to give you guys what you need to get started. So it was talking about the ID that we are going to use for this workshop. And you guys, I think most of you know about HTML, that is a text editor or it's an ID. And we use HTML, VS Code for website development, for writing HTML and all that. We also have a specialized IDE or text editor for dev for C++. And some of these applications are the dev C++ and then the code blocks. So we want to show you guys how to install these applications so that you can be able to follow along the tutorials or the practical session from this week Wednesday going. I hope you get it.
yes. Okay, thanks. But I already have the code block on my PC.
Okay, so if you have code blocks, there is no need to go and install the dev C++ unless you just want to install and look at the features, what differs from code blocks and dev C++. But if you have the code blocks, it's okay. You don't have to install any.
Okay. Thanks.
You are welcome. All right. So those who are following along, have you been able to download? Let me see by hand if you have been able to download the software. I think someone has this up. Hold on.
Right. John,
I already have the code block, so I'm using.
okay, so like I said, if you have code blocks, you don't have to install the dev C++.
Yeah, it's the same thing, just an alternate ID. So if you already have code blocks, no problem.
Hi, please, I have a question.
All right.
Please, I want to ask a question.
Okay, let's hear you out.
Okay, so I have the VS Code icon on my laptop. So when I open it, what are the IDs that I need to install so that I can get the C++ programming running whenever I write a code?
Okay, so like you were saying, we have different IDs, and the basic functionality of ID is to get you code support, and it should provide you with a text editor. And additionally, an ID is going to provide you with code support, auto completion, and highlighting, and then syntax. Going to help you with syntax errors and all that. So we can use VS Code for that program. Like you say, you have VS Code. You can use it for
Yeah.
it since it's a text editor, it's an ID, all right. But it's not going to get you specific or specialized. It's not really specialized for
C++.
C++, all right. So that's why
Yeah.
today is teaching you guys how to install the Dev C++. The Dev C++ is very, very specific to C++ programming. We don't use it for HTML, we don't use it for Python and all that. But don't worry, if you don't want to install the Dev C++, after this session, or maybe later, if not today, some other time, I will teach you guys how to use VS Code for writing and running your C++ application. But for now, if you have enough data, if you can do it, there is storage space on your device. Just try your best to download the Dev C++ or the code blocks. It's going to simplify things. Alright.
Okay, but even I have the code blocks on my PC,
Oh, you
but I
have
don't know how
code
to
blocks.
use it. Yeah, but I don't
Then
know
it's
how to use it.
yeah. So from this week Wednesday going, we are going to learn how to use it and write some cool stuffs by yourself, and just going to make you confident and happy writing all those code by yourself. All right.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I think maybe if we are done with the installation and there is more time, we are going to run some 1 or 2 programs, so at least you get a fair idea of how the application works.
Oh, okay. That's the Dev C++.
Yes, yes.
Oh,
But
okay.
if you have code blocks too, it's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then you said, because so you said Wednesday you will teach us about the code blocks,
Yes.
right?
Every Wednesday we are going to learn how C++ is, how we write C++ code, how to execute it, and run some cool programs by yourself, like a bank application where users can deposit money, withdraw money, a whole lot of different
Oh,
applications.
that's interesting.
Yes, yes. So from this week Wednesday and the subsequent ones, that's what we will be doing every
Okay.
7 to 8. Yes,
That's online, right? Google Meet.
yes, yes.
Oh, okay. Okay. Thank you.
All right,
Thank you.
Henry, thank you. So that remind me, those who are new here, let me quickly do this announcement. When you open your browser, if you are not part of the Google developer group, right? When you open your browser, or whether on your phone or on your PC, you open your browser, you just search for GDGTTU if you want to be part of this community, because there are some benefit that those who are not part of this community they will not get, right? There are some benefit that we get from Google. So if you want to join the GDG community, just open your browser, search for GDGTTU. You see the first link, right? GDG on campus, Takwari Technical University. You click on that link, it will send you straight to our Google developer platform. So you see something like this about us and upcoming events. This is very, very important. All of you need to register for the upcoming event. If you are new here, you see this blue button here, it says join. But if you are new, you will see something like join us. You need to get an active Gmail account. You click on join us and you create an account on this platform, because if you are part of the WhatsApp group and you don't join the community from here, you are not part of us, right? This is very, very important. You go to GDGTTU, you will see join us, you click on it. After everything, after registration, you see that it's a change from join us to join. So it's very, very important that you do this to be part of the community, to be um, recognized as part of GDGTTU. Very, very important. If not, if there's any benefits, we have to share anything with the community. Like last week, we share some AI credits that people can use to do some stuffs. Right? If you are not part of the community, there's no way you are going to get anything like this. So make sure you join the GDG website. And also, this event, this is a weekly event, right? So you need to right now, when I click on event view details, you need to register for this event. You see RSVP over here, right? You see RSVP over here. Check our upcoming events and make sure that you join this event, because this is like the attendance that we are going to use. Should in case maybe we are gifting people something, or maybe after the program you want to give some swags, right? This is what you are going to use. So make sure you RSVP, you join this weekly workshops. So on the community website, you see upcoming events. We have all these events coming up. Every Wednesday, we are going to have these events coming up. Make sure you register for the events, right? You need to take note of this. That if you have any question here too, you can just ask me. And also, this our WhatsApp channel, our WhatsApp community. This is the link, right? So you can also join the WhatsApp community after joining us. This is very, very important. After joining us, okay. Bright, your hand is up.
Thank you so much. Please, I wanted to ask if this workshop is solely for level 200 students because I saw it on the platform and I just joined. So I'm asking.
Sorry, come
So it
again.
is solely for level 100 students can join. And
Oh,
please, I'm asking whether the workshop is solely for level 200 students or level 100 students can join as well.
okay, Henry, your hand is up if you want to answer.
Yeah. So, Bright, it's not solely for level 200 students, and actually, it's for level 100 students. All right. So, but level 200, 300, and 400, they can join us. But it's purposely for you guys, those in level 100. Level 200 students, they did it last semester. So they already have an idea about C++ program. But when it comes to this programming world or this tech world, maybe some learned it, let's say last semester, but they have forgotten or they didn't really get it clear. So the level 200, 300, some of them are going to join us on this, but the program is actually for you guys, the level 100s. Next semester, you are going to do programming with C++. And because we are organizing this workshop for you guys, it's going to be very, very easy for you guys. I hope you get it.
Bright, are you okay with it?
Thank you so much.
All right.
Yes,
So,
sir.
all
I'm
right.
okay.
Ebenezer. Ebenezer, your hand is up. Okay. So one thing you all need to take note of it is that in IT we don't say I'll finish learning this thing, right? C plus plus technology evolve, right? If you know something a little about JavaScript, you see that every week, every month, there's a new update coming up. So even if you have learned something about a specific programming language or a specific technology, you need to keep revising. You need to keep going back to that technology and check: is there a new update? What is new there? Is there anything that I can learn and add to what I already know? Very, very important. So it doesn't matter whether you are level 400, level 300, level 100. This is for you. Maybe when the lecturer was taking you guys through this, you didn't even get the full understanding of it. This is your best opportunity that you can ask your questions. You can like do whatever you want to do to get the clear or the full understanding of what C++ is about, right? So this is for all of you. Ebenezer, your hand is still up. Okay, so should I continue? Okay, all right. So let's do the installation. After that, I'll hand over to Henry.
Okay.
Okay, Ebenezer. Yeah,
Okay, so I was saying that, yeah, I've tried to sign up for the Google Developers group,
yeah.
but there's a page that I don't understand whether I'm through with the signing up process. And there's a
Um.
page that it says connect with local developers, join a Google developer. Yeah.
Okay.
But I've gone through all the stages. I've sent my biodata and other stuff.
Okay. So, after that, when you click on the link again, you see joined.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So after sending everything, submission, when you click on the link again, you should see join instead of join us.
Wow. I still see the joiners.
Okay. Oh,
Sometimes it takes time to load. I don't
okay.
know.
Maybe it's the network, so you have to wait
Okay.
a
So
little.
later I'll do. So later I'll do.
Yes.
Please,
We
let's
can't
proceed.
add you directly unless you do it yourself.
Okay. So
All right.
let's proceed.
All right.
Yes.
Okay, so let's finish with the installation. All right. So you choose the language that you prefer. English. You don't have three inside. That's unfortunate, but we'll go with the English. Um, you need to read all these terms and conditions, right, before you agree to them, right? So you can just go through these terms and I know most of you will just click on I agree, so no problem. Let's move forward. And C plus have some dependencies, right, that we need to check if you are installing the dev C++. So you can see we have these dependencies, we have access to shortcuts and other stuff. So we need to leave these things by default. We need to leave the default configuration. Then we go next. Then you choose the location where you want your C++ program to be stored, right? The installation files. All these things is best you keep them default, right? You maintain the default settings, then you just go on install. So you just next install, then you are good to go. So you wait for some time, pause the computer do its work. So if any other question too, you can just bring it up as we wait.
Lucky.
Yeah,
As the guy was saying, when you register, doesn't reflect.
yeah.
With that one, you should refresh his page and click on it.
All right.
Yeah, if you refresh the page and doesn't come, you should go back, then go to the site again, then click on it. It will show that join. Mostly, if you join Krana, sometimes when you go there, they will ask you to join us. When you click on join us, it's automatically changed to join. So that isn't a problem, quite. So you should refresh the page,
All
or you
right.
should go back and come back again.
All right. All right. Thank you for that. I think it's a normal
Thank you so much.
behavior. All right. It's a normal behavior of the platform. All
Okay,
right.
that's Ebenezer, right?
Yes, please.
Yeah, I also tried to open the page and it was showing joiners. So I got to find out that I had to sign in first. I'm already in JDGTTU, but I was showing join us because I was not logged in. So if you, like you said you already filled the form and everything went
Yes,
on
please.
smoothly. So the sign in button somewhere around. So try sign in and just see if it still shows images.
Okay. But
All right.
I
Yeah.
want to finish with the installation first. So let's proceed.
All right, sure.
All right. All right. That's cool. So I don't like running this after installation, so I will check my boss and I'll go to finish, right? So you see, I have a shortcut for dev C++. If you don't see the shortcut, you can just search for it, dev C++. I have it here under my apps, right? So I can just open it. That's it. Your installation is done. The rest is setting up your environments for your work. So maintain English, um, console application, yes. Your facilitator will like talk more about this, right? So I'm just giving you just the normal installation guide. Then you see something like this. So this is the IDE, right? So this and the normal notepad that there's no different. Just that the IDE give you some coloring, some debugging functionalities. the colors change for you to know that okay, this. But for normal Notepad++, it's just black font color all throughout, right? So this is it for the installation. Henry, I will let you share your screen so that if you want to talk to them about anything, you can. Okay, let me check. Okay, the screen is still recording, so let me share my screen. All right. So if any other question, Henry, the floor is yours. You can start sharing your screen. Yeah, Henry, can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
Okay. They're waiting for you.
Okay. Are you guys seeing my screen?
Yes, please.
Are you guys seeing my
Yes,
screen?
please. Yes, please.
Okay. Okay, so you are seeing the Dev C++ first time configuration. Is that what you are seeing?
No, we are seeing open source.
Oh, you see open source.
Yeah, the website.
See, yeah.
Open source. Okay, that's not my screen. Naki,
Is that my screen? I'll stop sharing.
Naki.
Yeah, yeah, Henry.
I think your screen is still on, or
No, maybe try resharing
it's
and let's
mine.
see. Yeah, it's yours.
Okay.
Maybe you share a tab or something.
Yes. I've seen it. Okay. Stop. Okay.
Hey, let me show you.
I hope it's visible now. Are you seeing it?
For me, no. I don't know about others.
Only your icon is showing.
Yeah.
So you are not seeing the Dev C++ with next, but
No, just your
No,
profile.
please.
The paper icon.
oh,
What kind of funny? Maybe.
okay. Hello, please. Are you guys seeing my screen?
Yes,
Yeah.
please.
Okay, so I think Nicholas took you guys through all of this. So, like, I'm also setting up my own. It's the first time maybe that I'm setting it up on this device. So when you open the application, this is the first thing that you are going to see, and we'll be going into details what each and every tab is actually doing. But for the most part, you just have to know that C++ is a programming language, like it's already a computer. You can't just say normal English to the computer. We have to communicate to the computer with a programming language. You have to write a language that the computer understands.
Henry,
And
sorry. Let me come in a bit. Please, those who are not talking, can you mute your mic so that we have a smooth implementation? Um, I don't know. I can't mute from here. So if you haven't mute your mic, kindly do so. There's someone, David. David, your mic is on. Can you mute yourself? Okay, thank you. Can we continue? Yeah, Henry, you can continue.
okay, so like I was saying, we can't just be speaking English to the computer and expect it to understand, because the computer is an electronic device. And as an electronic device, they only understand electronic signals, which is just to with either current is flowing or no current is flowing. And this is what gets us the binary that the computer understands. It's made up of zeros and ones. One for when current is flowing and zero when no current is flowing. These are stored in transistors and all that. It has a whole lot of explanation to that. But for the most part, you just have to understand that computers understand binary. And with computers, we have different ways of speaking to the computer. As we cannot be writing this binary, initially they were writing binary that it's called the machine code or the machine language. That was what the programmers were using to communicate to the computer those days. But technology went on and on evolving, and we got assembly language. With the assembly language, it has a whole lot of binary codes, and then we give a name to it, let's say add, and the add is, we call them mnemonics. So we use those ones to program the computer to perform basic calculations and all that. But these days, machines have to do bigger things, like all those applications on your device. Look at what they do. They are not just calculating only. So we have to get move to the high level programming language. And the high level programming language, they are called high level programming language because they are very similar to the English that we speak. It has a very long interval. It's not very close to the machine's language. That's why we call it high level programming language. So one of these high level programming language is C++. So we communicate or we give instruction to the computer using C++. And like you said, we have two different types of programming language. We have interpreted language and compiled language. Interpreted language, we have an interpreter that interprets it to the CPU to execute the instructions. And compiled language, we have a compile that changes our high-level programming language. We call the source code to the machine-readable code. So this is the application that we are going to use from next week going. And anytime we want to create a project, anytime we want to create a project, or if we are creating an application, we first go to file in the application, then we go to new and then a project. So what we do here is you select the type of project that you are doing, whether it's a Windows application, a console application, a library, and all that. But for now, we are going to focus on creating a console application. The console application is going to help us to focus more on the logic than creating the UI, whether the button should go here, this should go here, and all that. So I'm going to select this console application here and then go to OK. So after that, you give it a name on your device. So for mine, I'm going to save it on the desktop. So I'll just select the desktop and then I'll create a folder over here. I'm creating a new folder over here. Just call it C++ project. Or C++ project. Then I'm going to select this folder to save it in there. So once you do that, you are going to have this over here. Okay, let me try and make the font size a bit bigger for you.
Okay. Yes, sir.
Okay, so on this page, when you are
Henry,
done creating the project, yes, Ebenezer.
Henry, sorry to disturb you once again. We are
Oh,
we are
don't
following
worry.
you. But it seems at times you move fast a bit. So try to,
I moved
we
a
are.
little faster. Okay, so
Henry,
I'm going to
uh,
create a new.
Please slow down for my people.
so so
Okay,
currently I've created a folder named C++ project. So that's where I've gotten
okay,
to.
then you are almost done. You just have to tap on OK, but let me do it again. So
Okay.
when you want to create a project, you go to File, New, and then you go to Project over here. All right, the font is a little smaller, but I hope you guys see it. So over here on this new project model, you just select a console application. And we are choosing console application so that it will help you to focus more on the logic than um, designing the UI, like a button should come here, a close button should come here, this should do that. We don't want you to focus on that for now. Just focus on getting the understanding how C++ is written and the logic. So if console application is basically like CLI, command line interface. So most of you guys, if you got the opportunity to visit a school that was a little bit concerned about ICT. In JHS3, you are taught about the difference between GUI and CLI. GUI is graphical user interface, and CLI is
Command line
command line
interface.
interface. Yes. So GUI, it provides you with buttons, heading, like all the things that like select
Then
buttons, radio buttons, check boxes, and all that. All those ones fall under GUI. That one you use your mouse. And when we come to the console application or the command line interface, it's basically a white and black screen, like the terminal on your device, or yeah, the terminal that when you open the terminal for Mac with Linux and other, and then command prompt. So you see text and then white text on black background. That's basically the command line interface. It's an example of that. So early computing, that was what they were using. So we are going to use that to write. We are going to use that for our applications for now. We are not going to create the graphical user interface for now. Once you know how to create the console application, the logic that goes behind the scenes, you'll be able to create Windows application where you have the buttons, the heading, the status bar, the title bar, and all that. So I'm going to select console application here and then press on OK. Because I'm running an old project, it's asking me if I want to start a new one. So I'll go to yes. And I'm not going to save it. Okay. So with this one, it will take you to your file explorer. A little pop-up screen will come. Then you provide a name for the project. For now, I'm just going to leave it as project 2, or let me change it to okay, I'm changing it to test 1. Test. Okay. First CPP, first C++ project. It doesn't really matter. You can give it any name that you want. All right, then you go on to save it. And once you save it, it's going to open it in your IDE. The IDE we are using to I think there is something at the top. It says run this program with the console cursor or something. But all what we are concerned here is we have I think the time is almost against us. The time is against us. So I'm just going to go through this. I'm just going to run this and then show you guys maybe that in our next meeting we are going to learn how we can display things and run our programs and all that. So we are not going to go into much detail for this. All what we need over here is the include IO stream and then this thing over here. I'm going to clear this. You don't have to do that, but don't worry, I will explain everything in our next meeting on Wednesday. So I'm going to write a C++ code here that displays something like hello world. Okay, and right after that, we are going to pause here or end here, then we continue the last time. So I just want us to make sure that everything ran perfectly on your device after your installation. So I'm going to write this here. You don't have to worry much about it. Okay, so basically what I just wrote is using namespace std and then see out hello world. We are going to go into details in our next meeting, but for now, just know that this see out over here is going to help me display this line, this hello world in C++. So once you are done writing your code, anytime you are done writing your code, you have some boxes over here. When you hover your mouse over it, you get to see something down there, a tooltip. So there are some 4 boxes. They look very much like the Windows 7 logo there with different colors. When you hover over it, the first one is compile. The next one is run, F10. And the next one is compile and run. So like Mr. Nicholas was saying, C++ is a compiled language, which means that before we can execute it, we first have to compile it before we can run it. So I can go ahead and then tap on this compile here, and it's going to compile the program for me. Okay, then this file has not been saved, so you go ahead and then save it if you get this pop-up. All right, so there is a compilation result down here. Sorry about the font size being very, very small. In our next meeting, I'm going to change the preferences of this application so that the font size will be bigger enough for you guys to see. But it says errors are 0, 1 and 0, and then it had some output file. So now that I'm done compiling it, I can go ahead and then use and then run over here. So after the compile box, the next icon is or the next tool there is run, which you can use the shortcut F10 to run it. So I'll tap on run, and you get to see that the application is going to execute. So you get to see over here that it shows hello world at the top here, and then it says process exited after something with return value of 0. So press any key to continue. So if you guys are able to successfully get to this point where you run your application and then you get this hello world on a console over here like this, then you have successfully run your first C++ application where you gave an instruction to the computer to display hello world, and it did that for you. If you don't want to compile and run it, there is another tool next to the run button that shows compile and run, or you can use the shortcut key F11. Once you press on that, it's going to compile and run it. So right after compilation, it's going to run the application for you. So if I tap on it, it's compiled and then it runs the application, our C++ application. So basically, this is how everything should be. Once you are done installing your application, you can just write these 2 lines that I added. So I cleared a few spaces, or if you can take a screenshot too, that's fine. The first line is hash include IO stream with some angle brackets. The next line is using namespace std. The next line is int main with opening and close brackets and then an opening curly bracket. You just write C out less than in quotation marks. You say hello world and then less than end line again and then return 0 with your semicolon. Most of the lines are ending with semicolon. We'll get to look at that in our next meeting. And then the last thing is the closing curly brackets. So once you get this code and you run it with compile and run here, and you get this console application, this window over here showing hello world, then you have successfully installed and run your first C++ application. Thank you.
Hello. Hello. Hello.
Hey, this is a man.
Please, I'm asking where the recorded video we posted so that we have access to it. Okay, sir. Thank you so much.
Okay, with exception of the video being posted, if after watching the video or since you guys were here, you followed whatever he did. If you are trying to install it and you are still having issues with your machine and all that, we are here to help you guys. We are mostly around on campus. Personally, myself, I'm mostly on campus from 9 a.m. to somewhere 9 p.m. All right. So you can just text me or call, whichever way that you can. We can meet at the library or wherever you wish that's good for you. Then I can guide you with the installation. Okay, thank you.